Another beautiful day in Saranda. Should we go back to the beach? Nah. Today's gonna be different. We're gonna get out and explore some ancient ruins, have lunch by the water, take in some amazing views, enjoy some Albanian dishes, and maybe, just maybe, watch the sunset above the city. And we're gonna do it all on a scooter. Easy breezy and wait, where are we?
Our first goal is to get to Butrint, the incredible ancient city with Greek, Roman, and Byzantine ruins. It's 18 kilometers straight south, a fun run along the Albanian coast.
Just a quick reminder that we make authentic travel content for the over 40 crowd. If that's your vibe, hit subscribe. Okay, what do we know about Butrint?
Almost nothing.
Sounds like a bad start, right? But not really. The park shares lots of info with interpretive signs, a small museum that we'll talk more about in a minute, and of course just being there and soaking it all in helps you understand the story.
The ruins of Butrint date back to at least 800 BC, and over the centuries it was settled by many civilizations. The Greeks, Romans, Byzantines, Venetians, and Ottomans all had an influence here.
Okay, one thing we've just learned is that it was Julius Caesar who in the 1st century BC designated Butrint, as a Roman colony. Before that, there were Greek ruins here. It was like a Greek town, I guess. One can't miss attraction is the museum, which ironically we almost missed. It's on the ground floor of the Venetian castle. It's small, but that makes it easy to navigate. It's the perfect way to get up to speed on Butrint's history.
When it comes to exploring Butrint, there are two minor inconveniences. They're pretty small though. One is that wayfinding signage is minimal at best, so it can be challenging to find your way to the next point of interest.
And so we're actually, I wouldn't say lost, but we're not sure we've chosen the right path. Okay, we're reversing course.
We recommend asking the leader of a tour group if you see one nearby.
Second minor inconvenience is the tours. They obviously travel in groups. They're quite large, the groups, and the paths are narrow, etc. So sometimes it's a little hard.
Okay, so this is the baptistry complex. So there's like the main baptistry area, and then I think there's this other room that was off to the side, and they weren't really sure. They're not sure what exactly the function of that room is, but what they know is that both are covered in like a really beautiful mosaic, which I think I read is the best preserved mosaic floor of the Byzantine era. However, you can't see it, so it's covered, except every few years they'll uncover it so people can see it. So unfortunately it's covered up today, but it's still pretty cool to know that it's there.
Give yourself at least 2 hours to explore Butrint, but probably 3 if you really want to get into all the sites. It's an amazing place and worth every minute of your time.
It just makes no sense. It's so well preserved. It's amazing. And we just came from Athens. Okay, we just witnessed a little drama here at the Basilica. A couple of people were taking photos at the altar area, and there's a pillar there that looks like an original. It's even got a cracked base, and dude just jumped right up on it and started waving as though he were on a yacht. Some of the other tourists started yelling at them. So this is why people hate tourists sometimes. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that Butrint is probably the most incredible archaeological park I've ever been to. The ruins here are outstanding. I was not expecting this. It's fantastic. If you're in this area in Albania, you have to come here.
Also, the ruins themselves are amazing, but the surrounding landscapes, the lake, and just like the mountains and everything that's around you really kind of adds to the experience.
Okay, we're all done at Butrint, and I want to share something that I read in the museum, a quote by Cicero, who said that Butrint is to Corfu as Antium is to Rome, the quietest, coolest, most pleasant place in the world. Hungry from our adventure in the ruins, we sped off to find some lunch, and once again serendipity was our friend, leading us to a lovely little spot by the water in Ksamil.
Really excited when the food arrived, so we didn't really do much of a show and tell or chat about the food, but we had a lovely little lunch here, just a really nice country salad, so cucumbers, tomatoes, feta cheese, and then a baked feta. And the feta is just a little different than what we've been having. It's the texture is slightly, I would say, crumblier maybe. It's amazing, like so delicious. Such a beautiful setting, very windy, but it's just been an absolute lovely way to have a break after our ruins. Okay, so we don't know a ton about the town of Ksamil, but what we've been able to gather so far is that there are just like a bunch of beaches and little bars, and a lot of them have these areas where you rent like a sunbed. So there's only, I think, one free beach. Otherwise, they're all private beaches now, and so you have to pay to spend some time there. But we found this amazing little bar called Sunflower Beach Bar, and they're actually just like far away from all the other ones. So miraculously, it wasn't busy, and we were able to just slip on in. And it's beautiful.
Okay, Lindsay's still down looking at the water, so I just want to talk a little bit about the scooter rentals. First of all, it's quite easy. All you need is a driver's license from home, you need your passport, like a second ID, and you need some money. So it costs about between 15 euros and 25 euros a day. If you get the option of taking cheaper, like 15 euros a day, don't do it. Take the more expensive bike, because it probably means you're getting a newer model. It's going to be more reliable, safer for you. Two of us on one bike has been great because they're 125 cc's, so they're great on the hills, gets up to speed, it's very safe. We've been having an absolute blast. I absolutely recommend renting a scooter when you're here because it's the best way to get around and it's the most fun. Nice.
Yeah, it's perfect. Locked and loaded, ready to roll.
There are exactly 2 reasons to head all the way up to the Monastery of the 40 Saints: the historical significance of the site and the truly gorgeous views of Saranda and area.
We're gonna make it. It's quite a drive. Are you ready? Okay, this is what renting a scooter in Saranda gets you.
What we understand about this is that it was built in the 6th century AD. It's an Eastern Orthodox monastery, and according to the internet, it was for at least a millennium possibly one of the, if not the most important place of pilgrimage in that particular era. I believe it got its name because there was like 40 martyrs, essentially. 40 people were asked to like renounce their religion. They asked for shelter, they said no, then they were killed, and then that's what the name of the monastery. And then Saranda means 40, and that's how the city of Saranda got its name.
I find it really humbling to come to places like this, the ruins, and in their heyday, they were, as Lindsay was saying, this was like one of the most important pilgrimages to the Eastern Orthodox religion, followers, for a millennia or something like that. And now you come, there are 4 people visiting, 5 maybe. There's one man at the front selling you tickets for 200 lek. And it just kind of humbles you. There's all this history, all these people it was so important to them, and now it's a ruin. I don't know. It makes me think.
I like that you're free to just kind of wander around.
Yeah. Similar to Butrint.
Yeah. I wonder if that used to be open.
Maybe. Time to eat, again. We'd heard good things about a local spot in Saranda, so we wanted to give it a try, but we also enjoyed its quirky name. Family Food Traditional and Grill. Perhaps the name got a little lost in translation. Anyway, the moussaka was great.
For dessert, the server recommended their homemade ice cream, which was delicious but had the odd consistency of feta cheese. We've never had ice cream that crumbled before. It was surprisingly delightful. We had an amazing day today, so now we are just going to watch the sunset, and then tomorrow we're off to Tirana. We thought we'd add one more last crazy stop on a whim at the end of our day, so we are up at the castle just trying to catch the sunset from up here. I think we just made it.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out our day just across the strait in Corfu town.